casted, which was Gods 1337 versus Stuin Esports. I thought like the Inferno map was so close to being picked, but it got banned last, and I was like, shit, okay, we could have seen Inferno, but now we're seeing it here. It's a map with CT rotate, so it's about predicting where each team will go, and honestly, this is pretty much decided on how good your CT side is. Your takes as a terrorist is... I mean, there are limited lineups you can do for sites. They are small sites, after all. It's not like we're on Mirage or Nuke or anything like that. So lineups with smokes is not something contested. So even with teams that are lower prepped with that kind of stuff, can perform very well on Inferno. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see how this one works out. It's a standard map. Most teams have this in their pool of of maps that they can play very well. So yeah, it'll be a highly contested one.
Yeah, without a doubt. And without further ado, we are going to be going into this, I believe, just the knife rounds, into the pistol round. From the looks of Project X, it's going to be armor pretty much around the board, bar the 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and the odd nade to complement it. Grazhtas, they're going to be going for a 4 flash and kit setup. Question being, of course, actually, that's 2 kits from Grazhtas. Maybe a misbuy, maybe not. We'll see. It's early aggression towards Banana. Contact taken. 3 players pushing on down, trying to catch out these Project X players. Vivek finds 1. Psycho able to trade with the help of Sensei, but it looks like JL's going to make sure that this stays neutral. It stays competitive. And with a 3 versus 3, it will be Project X just turning their attention back towards the safe site. Sergey, he's got into a perfect position on Arch to catch out any rotating players. And he'll hear this push coming before he sees it. Thrown up towards Pits, he'll be spotted, trying to ring out a few shots, but now the player is about to be overwhelmed. Trying to take down what he can, but Sensei's the one who finds him. Push coming out, JL leading that charge. Sergey in Arch, just tagging him down. His existence is enough to buy some time. We'll spot 1. It's all on JL. 3 players to find. 45 HP to do so. And Sergey puts an end to that.
Oh, what an interesting round there. You know, when you're a terrorist, you don't expect to have the full force of the counter-terrorists. The people that are supposed to defend to just ran at you. And that's exactly what Grazhtas did. It paid off at the start. They got a 2... Well, they got a 2k, but the trades came in, so it was a 2-for-2 trade. Then they realized, most of the players are on B, let's just rotate, which is exactly what they did. And, yeah, managed to pick that one up fairly easily. So yeah, an interesting first round. Grazhtas showing that they're not scared to play aggressive and be proactive. So that's a good sign to see going into this one. Now, let's see how this one goes. It is mostly Galils in the hands of Project X. They do have a couple of MAC-10s as well. Good for these close corners here in apartments. And they're going to go for a slow 8 approach. 3 people dedicated there for the Grazhtas defense towards A, excuse me. Now the flash will come through. Let's see who is able to get the first frag. DMQ already, and Pit. It's 1 man down already for Grazhtas. It looks like they'll be able to get onto that site. 2 kills. Sergey gets 1 as well. As a return, it's a 3 versus 3. Oh my word, that Huandig! It came out of nowhere. And that's going to be quickly a 1-man disadvantage here from Project X. The force buy might be working out here from Grazhtas as the retake starts to come in. Kalinka with that kill. I've seen that name around for a few times. That's JL. I have no idea how to say his name. I'm just going to call him Bainu, but they make it happen. It's a defuse here. No kit required. And Grazhtas find themselves on the board, making their buy worth it.
Yeah, and this is actually looking really, really good for Grazhtas, as, you know, it's tied up 1-1, and, well, there you have it, a beautiful little anti-eco. The Eagles, they rung true, and the follow-up was there, and for Project X, I love their response, was once the plant goes down, they know they have to aggress, they shift to on long together, but Kalinka, he's able to get that early, Kivik, my apologies, is able to get that early kind of pick going in favor of Grazhtas. Project X, it will be another force buy. AK's just 1 forced up, but it will be max heads and pistols around the board. Demq finding Prona early on. Can JL hold? He's got that AWP, but he doesn't have much utility to support it.
Yeah, they held on to the MAC-10s. Good for the apartment area, so why not just stay with them? JL gets that first frag with that AWP. Vital for the defense, but the pushes have still gone through. They're blind for so long. So many flashes, one after the other. It works for JL, but Kalinka's also there. He's making it work. Gets a double for himself, and Quick is there to help out as well. And Grazhtas get themselves another round on the board and find the lead here, while Project X find themselves in a situation where they can't really buy up.
So our prediction might go out the window fairly quickly.
Yeah,
Project X, it's going to be an eco from them. Honestly, at this point, they are just going to try and look to do damage. JL, with that AWP, he does only have, because that's an expensive investment to do, he does only have about $700 to his name. And Grazhtas, with that kind of more expensive CT side, any bit of damage means a reinvestment has to come through. As Proda, he'll find one from behind. Toxic looking to kind of pressure him down. Unfortunately, JL from mid is trying to get the final say in it. Sergey, he'll find one. Sensei with another. And as Kalika kind of finishes it off, Grazhtas, they're going to be 3-1 ahead. And Project X, they need to be very, very careful.
Yeah, they did manage to get a couple of kills there, denying the save of the weapons. Headshots were connected. So Project X will find themselves in a situation where they will be able to buy up finally. Buy round versus buy round, not fully stacking the util as much as they would like, so they can't really prolong using them for a fake or something. So that means that they're kind of limited to their options. But it seems like they'll hold on for now, play a little bit safe, and try and find an opening somewhere on the map to play around with. Now, there are just a couple of players dedicated towards A short. That boost might be vital for controlling that A side. We do see two members pushing up on app, so that might be their choice of strategy. Now, slowing things down a bit. Smoke's falling down. It is Grazhtas that are able to have a little bit more util to use throughout the round, and we'll smoke out mid once more. So deny entry for a little bit more. We're just approaching the 1 minute mark, and it looks like the bomb is slowly going to ease towards A. Now, will they be ready for it? Flash will come through. It is Poon who's a little bit flash there. Oh, he's going to look away in that final moment, checking apps, but no, they're not going to commit to it just yet. Another flash coming through from the CTs, just to deter the push for a little bit longer. Have they spotted out? Quick for the first one, Pun with the second one. That's denied entry. No pass for you there. And it's just up to Matty to finish up that last kill there. And Grazhtas, 4-1. They're just 2 rounds away from your prediction, Kremer.
Yeah, they are, and I think it's safe to assume my prediction is out the window. And I realise where Kalinka's from. That is I recognise that logo. This is some ex-Hellraiser players. These are some very, very good players, actually, on Grazhtas. Yep. We didn't recognise the name, we should have recognised the players. As
exactly.
They're now on a full buy. Project X, they're buying as best they can. It's pistols, your bit of utility here or there. But for Grazhtas, it looks like this will be a fairly easy round to sort of tie up into their 5th. Project X, they are going to have to just try and go for damage. We'll have to see. As, again, the early utility is expended. Grazhtas, they've got a site to defend.
Yeah, you talked about recognizing names. Midway throughout, like, round 1, I saw name Kalinka. I was like, wait, why? How didn't I notice that before? That guy is huge, and he's come up huge in these kinds of matches a lot of times. And, okay, the full buy has come in, but they'll be able to get the bomb plant with those pistols. And that's actually very commendable for them to be able to do that, especially on that A site. And let's see how this one goes. AWP in the hands of JL. They will be looking to push this through. But there are 2 rifles picked up on Project X's side, so it is going to be a little bit difficult for them. No Kevlar, though, so let's see how this one goes through. Smoke coming through. Perhaps this is the opening they need to get pushing. Is that nade gonna land? Shots being fired. Both players with the rifles there from Grazhtas will fall down to half HP, but Tech9 in the corner gets one. Will it be enough? Psycho with 10 HP. Can he clutch it up? No time left to defuse, and Project X have done this on an eco round with just pistols in their hands. And very commendable for them. And only 1 weapon saved for Grazhtas as well. What a round for Project X.
Yeah, without a doubt, Grazhtas, that was a perfect retake. It just didn't have time. Project X, they're going to make it. They're going to make it 2 for themselves, and it's going to be able to give them a buy. It was pistols. They had the economy. The bomb gave it even more. The round victory gave it just that little more. Fortunately, we aren't going to see a bomb come through, or a AWP, sorry, come through, which is kind of surprising for Project X, but at least with an AK, they have a lot more utility. Early banana aggression coming through from Psycho. We'll have to see if he decides to push up all the way, but that nade expenditure is fairly good. Kalinka taking a bit of early damage. The response not quite as good from Grazhtas, but the push comes in. Kalinka falling early on. Sergey's and Psycho just hit with a perfect little hit on to B, and Grazhtas, a save is definitely on the cards.
Yeah, it seems like Project X have amped up their tempo a bit. They've been, for the first few rounds, they were playing safe, passively aggressive, and waiting for situations to open up for them. But now they're just like, no, we're going to create these situations, we're going to go aggressive, and we're going to choose where we want to go. And that's exactly what they've been doing for the past 2 rounds. And it's worked. Now they're on the B site, bomb planted, and perhaps Toxic will be able to punish a little bit of an aggression there from Vic. Not really an aggression, like the bomb is planted on B, but yeah, he'll be happy with that one. Just 2 players left on the Grazhtas side to save their weapons because their team is looking low on money.
Yeah, and it's Project X now. Maybe it's them starting to wake up. We will have to see as... Well, it's their chance to, with this round victory at least, it gives them a chance to build some economy, considering not many of those players even took damage, actually. And Grazhtas, it will just be pistols here and there. Maybe that AWP could drop pistols to those players on Grazhtas. But more importantly, it's a very favourable round for Project X. They need to be careful, though, because the AWP at range could just get a kill, fall back, get another kill, fall back. And it's very, very good. AWPs and AKs are great to take into kind of force buy rounds, as we'll see JL look to kind of at peak and then maybe aggress early on. Will he spot any players though? As Kalinka will be leading that charge forward. Fortunately, he'll be spotted. Sensei gonna fall early on. A lovely bit of P250 aggression from Kalinka. He spots more players of Psycho, and then he goes and he hides, meaning that when Toxic aggresses, as he does now, he's actually able to find JL. Kalinka's gonna fall to the nade. Pronate is able to pick up the AWP. He'll no-scope Toxic there. A lovely little shot. And the aggression is turned to this B site. The set piece goes down. It's all on Matty to hold. 3 players snarling down on this B bomb site towards him. Can he hold it?
P250 at hand. It's definitely a tough ask against those 2 rifles. He has been spotted out and will fall down in the end. A 2v2, and the bomb is about to get planted to make that oh, now it's a 2v2, excuse me. But Vic has got the kill onto Psycho Fire. He's pushing up through Banana, and bomb has started ticking away. Let's see how this one works out. Already, it is Surges in dark area behind that pillar. Slowly but surely, they will try and push through. It's Vic that gets picked off early. And now, let's see if Pon can connect the shots. No, he's just going to fall back. Try and save his weapon. Try and get an exit frag in the meantime. Gets one. Ooh, tags the other one with a no-scope. It's not enough. It's through the wall. Now gets the pistol out and finishes him off. And, yeah, no round win for Grazhtas, but he will pick up 2 kills in the end there. But excellent stuff there.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Messy, by all means, messy, but at least it works for Project X. They tie it up 4-4. They've got the money to reinvest. They've also got the money to get that AWP onto Sensei. So they've got AWP, utility, and rifles to support it. Grazhtas, they are showing a bit of signs of a broken economy, that being the MP9 on Kalinka, but on Banana, that's not the end of the world, considering how close the ranges you're playing. My worry is that if Project X opt to go for A, an MP9 can be a very hard gun to retake with that much utility damage being done. Instantly finding Kalinka, as it looks like Project X might threaten an advancement off this.
And yeah, the flash does start coming through. Matty is the one to pick that one up. He wasn't flashed, he picked at the right time, it worked for him. That means that the bomb will start falling back from Banana. They gave up a little bit of control. And now B site will stay a little bit quiet. Now 1 minute remaining. And they're just going to stick around, see if Grazhtas go for an aggressive play here.
Gonna have to see what the response is as well. And Project X, by going quiet, they have completely outpositioned Grazhtas as Toxic. Use the lone member towards apps right now. If you can sell a fake, that is going to be a beautiful scenario for those players. But instead, we'll see if he can go. Those nades go out. And the push comes through, but now the CT smoke will land. The rotation comes back around from Matty. Can he get back to the site in time? JL, he agresses to the other side of the smoke, actually. As the first flash goes out. Surges through, the smoke is going to fall. The molly is going to maybe delay Psycho, but it won't stop him. As more molly damage goes through, Matty finds one. Matty looking for more, spotting the AWP. A lovely shot from Sensei as the plant goes down. JL aggresses all the way, switches that USP, and Sensei almost had a shot to secure it, but JL, he's calm, he's methodical, He waits for the shot before popping back up and ending the life of these Project X players. Grazhtas, they're going to maintain the lead 5-4. And for Project X, they do have economy, so they're going to reinvest, but that'll be very good.
Yeah, Project X was just not fast enough. There was only one player onto that B site, but he held it on long enough for his teammates to rotate. Now, yeah, I'm not sure why Kalinka decided to push there. Flash didn't really work out. But yeah, Project X, they should have played that a little bit fast there. That I guess they weren't really sure that there were 3 people on A and just 1 on B, but yeah, a missed opportunity for them for sure. And yes, Grazhtas will be happy to pick that one up for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we are going to see Project X just kind of hovering outside A, committing to it too early on. Grazhtas, on the other hand, now that they've heard the aggression towards Zaps, they've actually just fallen all the way back to site. And I really like this call. They got players in pit towards Moto, and it literally on site gives Project a chance to push forward, but also makes it a lot more passive for them. As the collapse comes in, and that's just perfect.
Already so many kills coming through early on. It's just the bomb going to be planted slowly. Oh, they're not really going to go for it. The kills just went too much in favor of Grazhtas. Excuse me, for Project X, and that's going to be 4 men to 2. And an M4 and an AWP in the hands of Kalinka to be saved for the next round. Grazhtas do have the lead, but it's slowly now, as the bomb will be ticking away and explode eventually, it will be tied up to 5 rounds to 5. And Project X looking very strong on the terrorist side. Albeit mistakes have happened right and left. Just wait and see how this will turn out to be. The economical situation isn't looking great for Grazhtas. I mean, they'll be able to buy up this next round, but after that, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them. You see, Poon is at less than 2k for him. He will be able to get a weapon dropped, but yeah, they definitely need this win to stay relevant in the terrorist side at least.
Yeah, without a doubt. And with a 5-5 scoreline, I'm really impressed with Grazhtas as well, in the sense that they've not given Project X any space whatsoever. Project X, they've had to work for every round they've had. That's a lovely bit of util usage towards B.
Oh my word!
Beautiful bit of util usage, but no kills found yet. So Project X have no way of knowing these nades have landed. And more importantly, that is almost all of their aggressive utility. Sensei has a molly, and that's it for anything that does damage. Sergey's will find Kalinka early on. He'll aggress a bit further, and for the Project X side, this could be their kind of execution towards B.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you've chugged some util at someone and dropped him to 50% HP. If you connect a headshot like that with the AK, then it's just over. So that one tap came in and he was just killed. And Kalinka is the first man to die here. 1 minute remaining. And, oh, rotates coming. Red here from Poon. Gets a kill into Surges there with his deagle. And makes things equal for the time being. 4-4 as it stands with the players remaining for each of these teams. And as time is ticking, they'll be looking to push towards this A site. 2 players per piece. 2 players per site here for Grazhtas. And Poon could potentially be in danger there. Dan, it's Dem around the corner, but they are going to choose the balcony to drop from. Perhaps Poon is in the right place at the right time to spot this from happening. The rotates need to come in fast when this happens. 22 seconds remaining. Smoke deteriorates. Who's going to spot out who? And it's Psycho coming up huge. Poon will be getting that AK behind that, but the people have fallen from apartments already. Poon picks up that AK and makes it work. All of a sudden, it's a 2 versus 3, and the bomb has been planted. Rotates coming in soon. And Toxic now. He will be the first to get shots to connect in his favor. Gets that 1 kill on Poon, making it a 2v2 already. Dem with a kill of his own, and Maddie won't make it happen. And Project X find the lead here, finally 6-5. First time, I guess, they find their lead of this map.
And for Project X, that's a lovely little 1-2 they had on that A site. Just one Peaks gets a kill, the other Peaks gets a kill, the third is just cleaned up. And for Prono here, look at this little just switch to the AK, taking down DemQ. A lovely little shot for him. And so here we go again. For Grazhtas, it's going to be the same story of just deagles early on. I think Project X have clearly won the utility battle on Banana. I think Grazhtas now, they can't really fight for it without taking early damage. Saigo is able to find one, Kivik looking to trade, but Toxic has had enough of that. The lone players from Grazhtas, they're going to be stuck towards this A site. And for Project X, it matters not. They're set up outside Banana, looking for a standard Banana take. And for Grazhtas, do they try and fight it? Or do they? Never mind, they're going back towards A. This is looking perfect for Grazhtas. As Massey, he'll be spotted in mid, so he's able to take him down, but JL and Apps found once more. It's all on Kalinka, and the best he can hope for is damage, and damage he does. DemQ falling, looking for another onto Toxic, but he's had enough. He just shuts him down, and Project X, they start potentially running away with this.
Yeah, I mentioned a round ago that Grazhtas were literally on a nice edge there economically wise. If they won that previous round, not this one that just happened, but the one before that, they would have been fine. But losing that, that just wasn't enough for them to buy up this next one. And that caused them 2-round loss in a row. And finally they'll be able to buy up. But as CTs, it's not a position they really want to be in coming into this one.
Yeah, without a doubt. And if it's alright with production, if we could see the utility damage done by Project X, I would love to see it. I rate it so much. Early damage done towards Sensei, but nothing kind of too extreme found. We're going to see a bit of a turnaround come through as well from Grazhtas, who were kind of being a bit aggressive towards Boiler. Rona, he'll spot, apply a ring out a shot, but nothing found just yet.
Yeah, they tried to go for an aggressive play there, but his reaction times wasn't great. But it was just a pixel. You can't really do much from that corner. DemQ looking to aggress a little bit there. Poon changes up his position, make it a little bit more unpredictable in where he is. Falls back to site, as he has got a couple of teammates to assist him there. Fall back JL will do as well. I'm speaking like Yoda. And yeah, it looks like it's going to slowly be an A push here. JL through the smoke. It deteriorated just in time. Picks him up. There we go. It's a 1 kill in favor. Kvik is there to deliver as well. He has done a little bit of damage. Not enough to kill just yet. Push is yet to come through. They're just slowly easing their way in. And it's just a matter of times until the kills start flowing in. Kvik, gets that 1 kill onto DemQ. He saw a couple of pixels of his head there. Connects with another one. And it's a 4 versus 1. Make that 4 versus no one. As Grazhtas has picked another round for themselves with this buy round. And they'll be happy with that one.
Issue with Project X there is once that initial push came through towards A, they did just stagnate once contact was made. They got that, they kind of went for the aim duel. One of them took a bit of damage and they just stopped on short. By the time the round actually finished, Grazhtas, they had, I think it was 4 players on that A site and 1 in Arch. Like, they are more than prepared for that push. And Project X, they just lost that element of surprise. They need to maintain momentum when they try and get up short for pushes like that. Fortunately, it is a new round. We enter the penultimate round of the first half, and for Project X, can they maintain the lead, or is it going to be on Grazhtas to take this 8-7?
Yeah, well said of how the things stand right now. Kalinka, it's not the first time we see him play that aggressive, and it doesn't pay out for him this time. Didn't pay out for him before, so maybe he needs to rethink how he does this, or at least have a little bit of support when he goes for such plays. So already from that aggressive play, they met down a man, and Grazhtas are looking to defend 2 man apiece for each of this site. This makes things easier for Project X if they just push collectively. Now, JL will get smoked off. AWP won't be able to use here, but DemQ will find his way onto short. Still, like I said, a couple of players there. It's Poon together with JL. And the rest aren't willing to rotate just yet. They're just waiting around to that B site, but they will have to rotate fast as this push is about to start. Molly will deter them for just a little bit more, but it's impending doom here for whoever connects the shots. Poon is a 1 to connect the first, sprays down the second, and the rotates are surely starting to come in. JL, it hasn't died just yet, is on that site with the AWP. Oh, he's just going around the topsy-turvy, and will be able to get that one in the end. Vic is there, the rotates have come in. Oh, JL managed to stop the push from happening. Was just hiding around at that site. It was impossible to kill him. Rotates come in time, and Grazhtas will pick that one up. What a round.
Yeah, you're right. That's just beautiful from JL. Literally, him surviving was all it took there. It's all he did, and that just single-handedly brought Grazhtas to their 7th. They tie up 7-7. And for Project X, we are going to see a fairly poor buy come forward. They've got Mac 10s, Galeals, Tech 9s here or there. It's really not a strong buy at all. As Grazhtas, they've got all they could ever want. They've got M4s, they've got Orbs, they've got utility and pistols. They've even got pistols as their secondaries. As Proda in mid just trying to tap down players towards under, but again, Project X a bit quick with their execute. It's going to be an early long smoke, and look at the rotation from Grazhtas. They've got JL boosted up on that kind of broken wall area. It means that now the rotation can come through from Massey and Project X. They've got to play almost even numbers trying to attack this site. Demq leading that charge, swinging wide. Massey finds one Demq to trade, and Proda is trigger discipline. He'll make it 1, he'll make it 2. Looking for more, but he just about makes it 3. Can he make it 4? Toxic hunting him down. It's like a game of cat and mouse. Toxic, the lone member, trying to catch out these players. JL gets the final blow, and Grazhtas, they lead 8-7.
Oh, blowing up prediction way out of the water. I should have stayed with the prediction that I should have just said nothing about the game. But what was that? It was Poon hiding on that A site. Just he wasn't noticed. He was just being sneaky beaky like a ninja. Gets the kills in the end. I think it was a 3K there. And what an absolute legend. I totally enjoyed watching that one. And what a half. Grazhtas with a 1-round lead coming into this. And yeah, if they manage to control the momentum here as a terrorist side and just move this on from the first round, they could potentially be very dangerous coming into this game. Already 2 kills going their way, and they're making their way towards A site. Now, surges from behind, tries to catch up them, and kill goes through for Kalinka, and it's just 2 for 5 right now. As Quick gets another, and make that 2. And Grazhtas find the first round of the second half of this map.
And for Grazhtas, this is going to be a beautiful little start, to the second half for them. They are able to finish it ahead. They're going to put that momentum just a little bit further forward as they make it 9-7. And this is their chance to just pull on ahead. This is their chance to take this kind of second half forward. And I guess for JL, he probably feels like a fox in a chicken coop right now. He's just almost toying with these the ex-crazy players on Project X by just essentially walking all over them come sort of like second wind they got in the second half. Going to be aggression towards top mid, and Kalinka is just on a USP. He doesn't buy anything else. Demq, he's spotted early on. Turn around, a lovely little execution to Demq. Remaining 3 players trapped on long. Clivic finds Sergey, and for Kalinka, it's just USP versus USP. He doesn't care if he dies or not.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, he feels, so what? They only get a USB from it. Matty, with a Galil, he's a bit more of a high-value target, but we will have to see. As Matty will swing wide, Sensei gets found for Toxic and Psycho. Looks like this might just be a very short-lived moment for them. Proda, a lovely little shot from there, as he'll one-tap with a UMP, and, well, Grazhtas, they make it 10. They hit those double digits, and for Project X, that has to be a scary realization.
Yeah, Demq just tried to hide out there, potentially not getting noticed. But no, Kalinka's the man that pulls this stuff off. Of course he's going to look. And yeah, that was funny to watch. And Grazhtas find a 3-round lead off of the half, 2 rounds in a row for them. I now hear from Project X. So this is where the action is going to start coming this half, this last half of this map. And this is, I guess, where we'll start seeing who is looking the favorite to close this map out. JL already finding that 1 kill. And looks like momentum is well in favor of Grazhtas right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, well, essentially fires 1 Prono there to trade. It's all on Demq to try and hold this B site. It's going to be a fast push as well. Clivic finding 1 Prono there to trade. And I don't think Project Grazhtas, they're just showing no respect whatsoever to Project X. And I don't think they're expecting it at all. Now the push has come through. These lone members of Project X, they've just got to save. There's a minute left of the round, and it's already decided.
I think we need to start reconsidering our whole predictions, our whole thought process around this tournament.
Oh, that went out the window 15 rounds ago.
I don't think people understand the gravity of this game. Project X or X known as Crazy, were the top seed of Ukraine, which, in at least in my opinion and many other people's opinion, it was one of the two favorite national qualifiers coming into this, and Ukraine together with Hungary. If we have the top seed from Ukraine dropping to Grazhtas, this Lithuanian squad, then what on earth is this tournament going to look like in a couple of days' time?
Yeah, and more importantly, this is a difficult group. Is this Group B? I think
This is Group B.
Yeah, Group B is one of the hardest groups there are. You've got Game Agents. Game Agents also won a loss due to their default, so we could end up in a scenario where the Project X players have to decide who goes through with Crazy, or not with Crazy, sorry, with Game Agents. Both of which teams that are fighting for first, and if the prospects of one of them being grouped is just phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely right. You couldn't have said it better. And yeah, I mean, it's the first. We're just predicting here. We're just really excited about this Group B. You know, it's the first day, the first game's coming through here. But honestly, it's very exciting stuff to see that teams like Grazhtas can perform in such a level. Players coming from different backgrounds and different teams coming together and actually performing so well against a team that has been very successful in this scene for the past few months. And it's such a treat to see here in Inferno. So let's see how this one goes out. Let's not get ahead of ourselves as we're getting into this round. Kalinka ready for the first blood of this round. They're starting to push here deep. Pistols in the hands of the players here onto that B side. Kalinka gets another one. Kalinka gets a third. And that's definitely going to be that A site, B site plant. And Project X will just fall back, tail underneath their bodies, and just gonna run away.
Yep, Toxic, he realizes he needs to hold on to this he needs to hold on to this AK, actually. Kivik, he's got other plans for him. Instead, he sends him straight to the grave. Demq now the only member left alive for Project X, and their only hope is to just get some damage done with this M4. Just try to find something that could work out. And for Demq, looking at the money of Project X as well, including loss bonus, they might just be able to buy into next round, but you need to remember how expensive that CT side is if you include utility. It means that they lose this, it's going to be an eco, and for Grazhtas, that's going to line them up for a 14th and then potentially a 15th. So this side is looking really strong.
Oh, yes, it does indeed. Project X have not really won a single round so far on this second half. It's just been Grazhtas all day long. An unstoppable force that... I mean, we noticed it already on the CT side. They weren't really playing defensively. They were playing proactively. They were playing aggressive. First man to point out is Kalinka. And the fact that they're now playing aggressive where they're supposed to play aggressive, which is the T side, it's working out for them. And it's absolutely beautiful. But hey, it's a full buy here from Project X. If they're going to turn it around, it's going to be now.
And this is a great bit of utility damage, actually. Early on, Sergey finding Prona through the smoke, as we'll wait to see what sort of response is due. JL aggressing in Bernard. He'll spot Psycho, but he won't be able to damage him too much. It's only one stray bullet that found him through the wall there. And for Grazhtas, it is, if they lose this, it's not the end of the world. They've got economy to kind of support it. Prona, he's on about 11k. He'll be on about 13 at the end of this round. So it's going to be a fairly comfortable position for them to be in. Project X, though, every round is important. The boost goes out towards CT. Psycho, if he aggresses at the wrong moment, that's going to be the end of him. Falling to 50 HP, and smoke goes down. But Grazhtas, they've not committed anywhere yet. These players are just shifting forward simply because they can. They're not committing to this B site, and Kvivik, I don't think he realizes how close he was to death there, as Grazhtas back away. 40 seconds left. They are going to have to kind of ramp up for somewhere fairly early on. Looks like it will be this B site, but from Project X, it looks like there isn't much of a rotation to be found. As the push comes back through, the lineup about to go out, the set piece goes down as the flashes come back around. Psycho through the smoke, he'll find Kalinka turning back around. Sergey boosted up, won't spot Kvivik as he crosses, but Massey's gonna find him. That's a beautiful little display from Grazhtas there, and suddenly this round is looking very scary as JL finds Sensei, boosted up on first oranges. And in a 3 versus 3 afterplant scenario, my money is on Grazhtas any day of the week. Project X, they're just making the rotation through. It's all 3 players in towards CT, but Grazhtas, they're in afterplant situations. They're in their favored positions. They're ready to hold for this. Demq, he finds GL early on. Push comes out. Massey, aggression at the right time could be perfect. Clivic finds one. Massey trades onto Psycho. It's all on Toxic, swinging wide. And Massey, he's just doing his best to stay alive right now. Turning back around. Toxic just wins it.
Oh,
and he'll be able to take it in time. But he won't take it in time. There is no time. He picks up that AWP and he hightails it out of there. Grazhtas, they take it 13-7. And this is just... It's starting to look so disgustingly good for Grazhtas.
It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, and what you've been doing for the past few months, because Grazhtas and the players, the vets they've got inside there, are absolutely mental. They've been around, they know the ropes, and they know what kind of plays come through, and stuff that even seem of the unpredictable sort. For Grazhtas, it's predictable. The boosts, the hiding, the whatnot, everything. Grazhtas has been reading Project X like a book, and it's showing on the Rhine score. They haven't dropped a single round this second half, and Sensei starting to get angry here. First kill onto Poo.
Oh, it's a no-scope as well from Sensei into the smoke. Clivic gonna fall, and now it's looking a bit better for Project X. 2 versus 5 for Grazhtas. If they win this, game's over, without a doubt. But Project X is looking a bit, just a bit better for them. Flash goes out, scoping from JL. He'll hear that kind of AWP from Library, almost finding him there. That was fairly close. He will leg down Demq. There's a push on 40. No, Psycho's gonna be there. The no-scope misses, and Project X, they finally find their first round on the CT side. It took 6 rounds, or 7 rounds actually, to do so, but they finally make it. And Sensei, he'll find Prona to open it up, and just that, those AWP heroics on long is what secured that round for them.
Yeah, and in the manner that they did it, it was flawless. They didn't lose a single member that round, and I guess it goes to show that Grazhtas might be getting a little bit too overconfident. I mean, for starters, it was a push onto A-Long without any util, without any flash, and that was pretty much a simple shot for an AWP to pick up. And as I say that, it's just a massacre coming into that A site. Haven't gone in just yet. Demq is in their way, along with the smoke in between the two fronts, but this is just impending doom. It's probably going to be a 3-on-4 fight as this goes on. Sergius is on B, but Demq makes things work here. Now, it's a push coming through the smoke. Psycho fine, picks him up as he just walks past it. Kalinka gets legged there, 15 HP to the man. I think Project X might have found their footing.
Yeah, Kalinka now, the lone member, he's trying to do as much damage as he can, and that's a bit awkward. Remember, switching to your secondary is quicker than reloading, as he'll pull out that Glock. The hunt is on. Kalinka, he'll find Demq, but Psycho fine. It's going to get the final say in the matter. Project X, they come back, and now there's only 4 rounds in it. This round, it looked scary for them, but they have, you know, they did have that kind of cushion they established on that T side of their own. Grazhtas, they're still 3 rounds away from victory. Project X, they've got 6 to do the same. Can they do so? We'll have to see.
Man, this game is actually quite exciting at this point. Project X has properly stopped the momentum of that Grazhtas have been building up for rounds non-stop. I think they were 8-7 at the half, and they managed to make it 13-7. But since then, Project X, a couple of rounds in the bag, dominating 2 rounds as well. And this means that Grazhtas right now, economically, we'll have to eco and have to settle for deagles, and that's probably going to be another round in the bag here for Project X. Although I'm not going to jinx it. Too many things have happened that we predicted that have not happened this round, this map. So Grazhtas could potentially come up huge with deagles with unexpected plays. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Surprise has been the name of the game so far. So yeah, pause stopped, 3 seconds to start the round, and let's see how this one goes.
Yeah, without a doubt, we will have to see just what comes through from Resenders. Now, bearing in mind, these deagles, they can be strong. As I say that, JL instantly tearing the head off of Toxic, and for Sensei, he's just able to retrieve the gun and try and back away just to throw it out the window, but that's still a scary kind of start, isn't it? Demq aggressing from long, just ringing out a few shots, but Grazhtas, they are really, really scary. And they need to be shown some respect with these Deagles, because if you can't take them down in an instant, they're going to find you. They're going to kill you. Matty, you'll take a lot of damage to that nade. He's forced to back away, but Grazhtas, they still have players lined up outside mid. They're ready to aggress anywhere they deem is fit for an attack. They don't have any utilities. Wherever they do go, they're going to be like a mob. They're going to be like a swarm. Sergey is the only man defending B right now. If he dies, it's going to be so difficult for them. Swing comes around. Sergey, what a shot onto JL. That is lightning quick. So looks to turn around, but players pressuring him down. Civic swinging wide. It forces him back. This bomb is going to get to the site. And more importantly, also Plant goes down. That's all that's needed. Plant will go down. Sergey he finds one more. And actually, Pronate's trying to aggress with the Deagle rather than Plant. That's surprising, considering Sensei's now going to take him down. Kalinka, though, he's doing damage. He picks up that AWP, he turns back around. You know Sergey is there, just quite trying to find him, as Psycho as well is able to cross back. And Sergey, he'll find the head of Kalinka. Project X, they make it 10, but what's a highlight is that Grazhtas, they only had Deagles there. They didn't invest anything into that round, and they still made Project X work for it. They make it 10 as this game just gets all the more closer.
I'm not sure if it was a miscommunication there or them actually trying to go for the kills and be unpredictable against Project X rather than planting. Plant would definitely be the most favorable thing here because coming into this with 2K, a plant is exactly what you need to get a full stack of util. So, yeah, it's kind of debatable what their choice was. Maybe they were trying to come up by winning the whole round because they did have more surviving members at that point in time. Didn't really work out for them, but they look very dangerous, even with the Eagles. So, props to them.
Without a doubt, Sergey. He is at the ready on this close angle towards B. I think he's going to be the player who swings wide, and that was quick from Sergey's. That is very, very scary. Demcube in CT. The smoke goes down. The trade is trying to be kickstarted. Psycho will find two of his own. The rush coming through from Clivic, but Demcube is ready for him. It's all on Matty. That push kind of collapsed from Grazhtas there. And Project X with 5 members left alive, and this is really their chance to build some economy. Matty, the lone member, he realizes that he's pretty much screwed here. Stemq will continue ringing out shots, just pressuring him down. He'll fall, and Project X, they make it 11.
Ooh, Project X needed that. Grazhtas, they just barely were able to buy there, so... Oh, they were so much better on the Deagle round rather than the buy round. It's just frustrating to see. I guess they were a little bit... I guess Project X is getting to them. They've been getting quite a few rounds in a row. I think from 7, was it? And now they're to 11, so that's 4 rounds in a row. Oh my words, Break comes through. Toxic comes up huge. But it ends up being a 2 versus 2 trade. It's the headshots from the Eagles are absolutely dangerous. Sensei at the same time. I don't know where, I don't know how, but he's just going to pick up a kill from his burning hands. And yeah, there we go. It's a 2 versus 2, and the bomb is starting to get planted here on A. Rotate from mid. Let's see how this one plays out. Poon from pit there. And Kvik from the little stairs there. A nice cheeky position to be in. And also could work very well with his falling position. All that smoke barely doesn't cover the smoke, so the bomb. So that's going to be dangerous. Kvik finally decides to peek there, and 2 quick kills, and Grazhtas have stopped the building momentum of Project X and find themselves 1 round before match point.
And that is scary, considering Grazhtas, the round they win is with Deagles. And we spoke about how nice that was for Toxic to find too. Even better, the trades that came through from the Deagles, it was just killed 1 Deag, killed 1 Deag. And JL there, that swing to get a kill going through the fire and the flames and just offering his soul up for that kill. He's able to find it, and his teammates did the rest. Round 14 secured for Grazhtas. They're just 2 rounds away from taking it. Project X just 5. Can they do so? It's a buy on either side, but neither team has economy to afford a loss right now.
I mean, why buy rifles if you're doing so good on Deagles? Honestly, Grazhtas is just popping off with those hand cannons, and it's just sensational to watch, actually. And now they're just gonna play a little bit slow. Maybe they'll amp up their tempo. They might find Psycho. Peeks at the right time. Flash comes through. Is the one to pick up one frag. But it ends up being a 1-to-1 trade. And the bomb isn't really heading anywhere. It's stuck there in mid. As players from Grazhtas' team are just trying to find an advantage on either side of the map. Sensei will shut down the play for the time being. Quick with that pick. Is quick on that kill. And he'll be very happy with that one. 3-3. And perhaps they found an opening here onto that A site. Little do they know, Toxic is there and waiting. Poon.
Disgusting.
I guess absolutely disgusting. As soon as he got peeked, just dies there and then. And that's proper A control here. It's up to Project X to come up huge with this one. And this win of this round for Grazhtas means they'll be on match point, and Project X must be shaking right now because their economy is not looking good whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely right. Project X, they could just about afford a gun on Toxic. Psycho and Sensei, they probably have to opt for MP9s. That's it. There is no other prospective buy to kind of come through, and JL, he'll take down Sergey's. It's all on DemQ now, the lone member, and unfortunately Sergey's, he couldn't buy either. So every kill that Grazhtas find right now is so monumentally positive going in their favor. 15th round secured. Can they make it 15? This is their chance to do so.
What a game has this been? Now Project X find themselves in a situation where they can't buy up fully. They'll have to force it as much as they can, but look at it. It's 3 M4s, Kevlar with no helmet for the ones with rifles, and it's just the rest just have to go with pistol with a little bit of util. Not much either, so it's a buy that can work. MP9's in the hands of Psycho for market, but yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see how this one goes. Project X, it's their time to shine if they want to stop Grazhtas from winning this map. Match point for them. Let's see how this one goes.
Yeah, Flash goes through, the swing comes wide. Contact made early on. Psycho, he finds the first player of Kivik. There's no response coming through just yet, though. Jelly's ready to try and find a player through this smoke, looking to just spam down these players one at a time. Nothing found yet. Matty finds one. The push about to come through towards this A site. JL, shot at the right time, might just find one of these players, but
Sensei!
no,
Sensei!
He finds two of himself. More players left to find. Prona, he's going to be the player pressuring him down, but the response comes through from Project X. Can he be found? Swinging wide. JL not quite finding a Prona, the lone member. Finding one. 3 left to find. Not quite finding a second, actually. The spray just wasn't as good as it could have been. And Project X, they're going to make it 12. The kind of inklings of a comeback coming forward right now. And Grazhtas, they desperately try to close this out.
Sensei. Be my sensei, because he gets a 3k, the sole player for Project X onto that B site, comes up huge when it matters, and just annihilates Grazhtas right there and then, meaning that they're not going to close this one out. Flash comes through, AUG kill through the smoke, doesn't matter. It's a kill that Going Away searches his way, and Project X haven't had enough just yet. They want to get this map. Every map counts, especially when you're up against such a strong opponent. And already Grazhtas 2-man down, and they're trying to make this work, trying to ease their way towards that A site. They haven't got information about the bomb just yet. Maybe they'll get the info needed, but no, rotates don't come in just yet. It's a 2-for-2 around that A site, but they'll just choose to rotate back to the bottom of mid towards Banana. And they'll just ease their way here, looking every corner. And there's just 2 people waiting for them. Smoke coming through. Footsteps must have been heard. And, depending on what time they peak, and they peak at the perfect time. 2 kills for none on that B site, and Project X closing up the gap. Both of his teams must be feeling on edge.
This is looking really, really scary right now. Grazhtas, they don't have much money at all. It's just going to be nades and deagles. The combo that works for them. Can it work one last time? The players stack up towards Banana. The nades ready to start landing around these players. And it's a lot of damage. That's a perfect amount of damage. Nades killed either way. Psycho finds 2 of his own. Prona there to trade. Sergey, the lone member, with the AUG. And it's all on Click. Click, I think that's how you say it. The lone member as Project X. They hit 14, and we're going to go to the final round of this map. It's going all the way. Can Grazhtas take it? Or are Project X going to bring it to overtime?
So what I was watching there was
go to draw.
Honestly, I have no clue. We're going to have to get up to date on that. I assume we have to go to overtime because I don't think there are draws in this one. I think they just work with wins and losses. So we'll have to get clarified on that to see how it actually works. But what I just noticed there on that banana push is just the red bars of health coming in from Grazhtas. They just got deleted with nades and just got cleared out with rifles. As I say that, there's a lot of rifle clearing going on there in mid. AWP comes out, but Kalinka's just too fast. Comes out of the apps, gets a kill with a headshot. But now it's another site to kill. Quick with a quick kill. And it's a 2 versus 4 Grazhtas now on match point. 4 versus 2. Make that 4 versus 1. And Sergius is the sole member of Project X remaining. Grazhtas might have done this. It's so close. And he will come to head. It makes things a little bit more easier for himself. Bomb has been planted and it's ticking away. He needs to be a little bit fast in this. Let's see how this one goes. AUG at hand. Has to push through smoke. And has to ease his way towards A site. Now, looking through his corners, will he be able to find the kills? He needs to be fast. He does have a kit, so he does have a little bit more time to play with. But now, pushes up through the smoke. All 3 players, it's definitely a tough ask. Tries to connect with one. Flash comes through, but it's quick to pick it up. And Grazhtas with a 16-4 game will pick up their first map of this season.